The most successful improvement GTA Online ever made may have been letting players avoid GTA Online. That sounds backwards. This was supposed to be a shared criminal world. 30 players in one city, crews forming, strangers crossing paths, alliances appearing, and somebody inevitably destroying your delivery with a flying motorcycle. But over time, many of the updates players appreciated most made those strangers less necessary. The Cayo Perico Heist became the first major heist you could complete alone from beginning to end. Then Rockstar allowed business work, including cell missions, inside private invite-only crew, and friend sessions. By 2026, Rockstar was still adding ways for property owners to launch and host major jobs without depending on a public lobby. And players loved it, because other players had gradually stopped feeling like the point of GTA Online. They became the risk you removed before doing the part you actually wanted to do. That creates the first major problem before GTA 6. How does Rockstar make the next GTA feel genuinely multiplayer again without taking away the freedom and safety players now expect? If public sessions offer no real advantage, people will hide in private worlds. But if Rockstar forces players back into public sessions, it risks bringing back the griefing, wasted time, and ruined deliveries that pushed them away. The game became easier to enjoy when the online world stopped getting in the way. But that is only the second biggest problem, because Rockstar has spent more than a decade building the most successful criminal career simulator ever made. Now it has to convince millions of people to become broke beginners again. That is the impossible choice at the center of whatever comes after GTA Online. Erase 13 years of progress, or carry that progress into a new economy and break it immediately. Veteran players are not just holding a few cars and some cash. They have levels built across years, apartments, mansions, nightclubs, bunkers, motorcycle businesses, agencies, arcades, hangars, submarines, military aircraft, weaponized vehicles, rare clothing, limited time rewards, and garages filled with cars that may have taken hundreds or thousands of hours to collect. Some players have used the same character across 3 console generations. That character is not just a save file anymore. It is a history. So imagine Rockstar telling those players that GTA 6 Online begins with nothing. No businesses, no weapons, no properties, no collection, no reputation, just a new character, a cheap car, and a few $1,000s. Economically, that is exactly what a new game needs. Emotionally, it could feel like Rockstar is deleting 13 years of loyalty, but carrying everything forward creates the opposite problem. A fresh criminal economy cannot work if veteran players arrive as billionaires with jets, tanks, submarines, flying bikes, and hundreds of cars. New players would enter at the bottom, while old players controlled everything on day one. There would be no meaningful climb, no early game struggle, no reason to care about the first apartment, the first business, or the first expensive car. The progression would be finished before the new world even began. Rockstar's current migration system already shows how complicated continuity has become. Profiles can move between certain versions, but progress stops synchronizing after migration. Legacy and enhanced profiles separate. Console and PC transfers are restricted. Some cross-platform paths do not exist at all. GTA Online looks like one city, but behind the scenes, it has already become several disconnected versions of Los Santos. And the next game has to decide whether those versions lead somewhere new. The real GTA Online problem is not simply inflation, it is continuity. How do you honor the player's past without allowing that past to destroy the future? Rockstar cannot solve that by balancing one vehicle or changing one payout. It needs to decide what 13 years of ownership actually means. And it cannot simply shut the old game down and force everyone to move, because GTA Online is still too profitable to disappear. Usually, a multiplayer game gets replaced after its audience declines and the money slows down. GTA Online has refused to follow that pattern. Approaching its 13th anniversary, GTA 5 and GTA Online remained major contributors to Take-Two's revenue. players were still buying currency, subscriptions, and content inside a game that began on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So GTA 6 does not have to replace a dying game. It has to replace a game that is still making more money than most new releases. That could leave Rockstar operating two GTA economies at once: Los Santos, where veteran players already own almost everything, and Leonida, where Rockstar needs those same people to start again. Closing Los Santos would sacrifice a proven business and a world players still use. Keeping it alive indefinitely could split attention, spending, updates, and the community. Every major update for old GTA Online becomes content not being made for the new version. Every player who stays behind makes the new world feel less complete, and every reason to move forward becomes a reason Rockstar may lose spending in the old game. This is not a normal sequel problem. It is a succession problem. Rockstar built something too valuable to replace cleanly, and one update showed exactly how fragile that value had become. Cayo Perico was revolutionary because it let one player earn serious money without relying on random teammates. But it also revealed what GTA Online had turned into: an efficiency puzzle. Once players found the most reliable route, the best entry point, the fastest targets, and the highest return per hour, huge portions of the game became economically irrelevant. Why run an older business for less money? Why spend longer organizing a 4-player heist? Why experiment with activities that pay worse? If one job is clearly optimal, the criminal sandbox starts shrinking around it. Rockstar eventually increased the solo cooldown and made premium targets less likely after a high-value completion. The stated goal was to encourage players to explore other activities and cooperate. But the deeper lesson was not that Cayo Perico needed a nerf. It was that one efficient activity could expose the weakness of the whole economy. When players reduce a giant open world to the best money-making equation, Rockstar has only two choices: reduce the best method, or keep increasing everything else. Either choice creates resentment. Nerf the best activity, and players feel punished for being efficient. Raise every payout, and prices inflate until the extra money means nothing. Cayo Perico did not just disrupt GTA Online's economy. It showed that the game had slowly changed from a criminal fantasy into an optimization problem. And then GTA Plus introduced a new layer. Shark cards sold money. GTA Plus began selling freedom from the system surrounding that money. The subscription is often described through monthly cash, free vehicles, discounts, and bonuses. But some of its most important benefits are about convenience, more storage, remote collection of business earnings, free CEO and VIP abilities, exclusive vehicle access, discounted modifications. These benefits do not only give players more things, they remove friction. That creates an uncomfortable question for the next online game. Will inconvenience be designed into the world so a subscription can remove it? A slow process can become a paid shortcut. Limited storage can become a premium garage. Travel time can become remote access. Organization can become a monthly benefit. That is different from simply selling virtual money. It means monetizing time, access, storage, and relief. And once players are used to those benefits, Rockstar faces another continuity problem. If GTA Plus follows players into the new game, subscribers may expect immediate advantages. If it does not, Rockstar risks making the subscription feel temporary, just as the old world is being replaced. GTA Online also began changing permanent content into rotating scarcity. In 2023, Rockstar removed numerous lesser-used vehicles from the normal dealership websites. Officially, the goal was to streamline browsing, but those cars could still return through weekly rotations, showrooms, rewards, and GTA Plus locations such as the Vinewood Car Club. For years, the vehicle catalog acted like a permanent store. Then ordinary cars became temporarily rare. That encourages players to check each week. It gives rotating events more urgency, and it gives a subscription another place to offer access. But it also reveals a design problem. GTA Online accumulated so much content that Rockstar decided the shop itself needed pruning. The game became too large to present cleanly, and the economy became too old to protect cleanly. GTA Online launched in October 2013. Dedicated BattlEye integration did not arrive on PC until September 2024. That means the PC version spent most of its life without the third-party anti-cheat layer Rockstar eventually decided it needed. By the time it arrived, mod menus, illegitimate money, altered accounts, and security concerns had already become part of GTA Online's reputation on PC. Rockstar spent more than a decade expanding the economy before installing one of its most important tools for protecting that economy. The next version cannot treat security as something to retrofit later. If progress, rare items, subscriptions, businesses, and potentially years of purchases matter, account protection and anti-cheat need to exist from the beginning. Otherwise, a fresh economy could become contaminated before it has time to stabilize. But Rockstar is not only trying to protect its version of GTA Online, it is now competing with versions of GTA created by the community. FiveM proved that many players did not simply want more missions, vehicles, and businesses. They wanted to redesign what GTA Online was. Persistent jobs, police departments, court systems, custom businesses, social rules, slower progression, cities built around roleplay instead of constant chaos. Rockstar eventually brought Cfx.re, the team behind FiveM and RedM, into Rockstar Games. It also expanded official creation tools and began featuring community-made missions. That is a major shift. Rockstar is no longer treating roleplay as something happening outside its world. It is bringing that world closer, but that creates another impossible standard. The next official GTA Online will not only be compared with the original, it will be compared with thousands of customized servers built by players who could change rules, economies, jobs, maps, and social systems for specific communities. FiveM proved that some players did not want another content update. They wanted the power to redefine the game. So does Rockstar build one universal online world? Does it create official roleplay systems? Does it give players deeper servers and tools? Or does it keep the traditional public lobby structure and risk feeling less advanced than the community built on its own engine? And while Rockstar answers that, it still has to deal with fragmentation. GTA Online is presented as one enormous shared experience, but players are separated by console families, generations, PC versions, migration states, and features tied to newer editions. Progress does not always move. When it does move, it may stop syncing. Certain upgrades, progression systems, and subscription benefits belong only to newer versions. The city looks unified. The accounts are not. The next online mode has a chance to rebuild this as a more connected platform. But true cross-platform continuity creates security, balance, certification, and economy problems Rockstar has never fully solved. And if the new game launches divided again, it could begin life carrying the same structural weakness as the old one. The smallest patch notes show what happens after those weaknesses pile up for a decade. Rockstar has spaced out or removed messages. It eliminated some property rank requirements. It raised payouts for old missions. It extended timers for solo cell missions. It added Career Builder to give new characters a structured start. None of those changes sound dramatic. Together, they reveal a game struggling under its own history. A new player can arrive and immediately be contacted by characters representing years of overlapping updates. Buy this business, visit this property, start this heist, meet this person, answer this phone call, travel across the map, purchase another building before the last system even makes sense. GTA Online became so complicated that Rockstar eventually updated the game to make it contact you less. And that may be the clearest warning for GTA 6. The problem is not only grinding, it is not only griefing, it is not only expensive vehicles, hackers, subscriptions, or inflation. It is all of those systems layered on top of 13 years of player history. GTA Online became a profitable, mostly solo-friendly, subscription-supported world where millions of players built careers they may not want to abandon. Now Rockstar has to replace it without destroying the new economy, erasing the old history, or splitting the community between two GTA worlds. It has to make multiplayer matter without forcing players into danger. It has to create progression without making veterans feel punished. It has to keep Los Santos alive without letting it compete forever with Leonida. It has to monetize the new game without designing every inconvenience around the solution it can sell. It has to protect the economy from launch. It has to match a roleplay community that spent years building features Rockstar never offered. And it has to make a complicated world feel understandable on day one. That is the GTA Online problem before GTA 6. Rockstar did not fail because GTA Online became unpopular. It succeeded so completely that every part of the next game now has something to lose: the money, the characters, the collections, the businesses, the community, the history, the freedom to play alone, and the expectation that all of it should somehow continue. Rockstar built a criminal world that was never supposed to last this long. Now the hardest heist may be stealing its own players away from it. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the VI Files, and stay tuned for more GTA stories, secrets, and details.